decision you made?
Yeah, well, I'm just pulling the pin at the end of the year. That's as simple as it is, really.
Why have you decided to hang up the boots?
Oh, it's just a good time for me personally. I've achieved a lot in footy. Had some rough times, but had some really good times, and hopefully still got one more good time to go, and that'll be it for me.
You've been playing pretty good footy. You look like you're moving pretty well. Is the body shutting down a bit, or is it?
Yeah, moving well on a Saturday. From Sunday to probably Thursday, I'm cactus, but it's just a good time, and I'm really happy with my decision, and it's a really good space that I'm in at the moment, and looking forward to the next phase.
Was that part of the reason you made the decision, because you're playing good footy, sort of going out on your own terms?
Yeah, probably. You don't really want to just drift off and end up playing bad footy and injuries catching up to you. I've been very lucky this year, and in that respect, and yeah, it's just a good time.
Probably adds a bit more incentive for these guys to dig deeper, send you out in a high.
Oh, I don't know about that. Hopefully we can just do it for the team and do it for the fact that we want to go to the highest level and win a premiership. That's what we're all here for. That's what I'm here for, and hopefully we can just set our minds on doing that, and it starts with this week.
When did you tell your teammates?
I think it was Monday. I was going to tell them on Tuesday, but Big Horse dragged me in and said get out of the way, and I was pretty happy with that.
What about Heath? When did he find out?
The night before. Yeah, he's pretty wrapped. I think he probably beat me in games now pretty easily, so he's pretty stoked with that.
How would you describe your career, or how you'd like it to be remembered?
Just a bit. I don't know. I've been thinking about it, but I'm just an average player who probably made the most of it and was very lucky in certain circumstances, and probably didn't have a great time at the Pies, but played in the grand final and come up here, and that's probably the best move I've ever made, like both on the field and off the field. It's changed my life, this footy club, and I'm very thankful for that.
Tell us about that decision to come to the Swans a few years ago and how it's worked out for you.
Yeah, well, I was playing pretty bad at the Pies. I was very inconsistent, and my life probably wasn't great off the field as well there. I was probably making poor decisions. And then coming up here and just being part of a footy club that really wrapped their arms around me and brought me into the team and the culture, and it's just set my life up, and I'm forever thankful to Rhyce and Horse for doing that.
Just your rise. I mean, when you left Collingwood, I guess people said 8 years down the track you'd leave the Swans as,
yep,
I guess, being an integral part of their playing culture. I guess a lot of people would have thought, yeah, sure. And in your mind, I mean, you were surprised that it's turned out that way as well? Yeah,
well, I had 1 year left, I think, on my contract when I left Collingwood, and I thought if I stayed at the Pies, that would have been it, and I would have been a brickies labourer or something in 12 months. But I'm very lucky to come up here, and look, I just tried to buy in as much as I could, and it's pretty easy to do that at a club like this. If you really put your mind to it and just give it your best shot and go 100% in everything you do, and I think I did that, and I was lucky enough to play another 7 years here and a few games later.
Is there an individual, either coach or player, who helped get that extra little bit out of you during your time here in Sydney?
No, I don't think so. I don't think there was an individual at all. I think the club as a whole gets the best out of a lot of people, and I think I was just one of those guys. As I said before, I wasn't a great player, but I got the best out of myself for as long as I could.
You get to play against Heath on the weekend. Did that have something to do with the timing of the announcement?
Oh no, not really. I just think it was the right time for me. I didn't want to do it too close to the finals, take the spotlight away from what we want to do. So yeah, it didn't really have much to do with it, but it's worked out pretty well. Yeah, I get to play against him for the last time, hopefully.
What was his response? Because knowing him, he would have had something smart to say.
Yeah, look, he wasn't surprised at all. He said I probably should have retired last year, but I've got one more year out and pretty happy with that. But he said to me he's very proud of me, and same as my old man. He sent me a text think it was yesterday, saying how proud he was of me, and that probably means more to me than anything.
You've seen these Sydney derbies evolve over the last few years. You've been there since the start.
Yep.
How big are these games now?
Yeah, they're getting pretty big. The Giants have certainly come a long way. They got us last year, and we were really disappointed with that. But they've still got a long way to go to make it a rivalry. We've got the wood on them pretty much, and we're hoping to keep it that way this week. What
would you say your career highlight was, just looking back? Do you have a particular time?
I think probably getting picked up from the airport by Rhyce was a pretty good one. Didn't really expect that, but obviously the grand final was huge. Playing with a group of guys who just got together. We probably weren't the best team, most skillful team in the competition at that stage, but we got together and had one focus, and that was to win the premiership. And geez, it was a good side to be a part of, and I'm very lucky that I was a part of that side and got the ultimate success.
Tell us more about Rhyce picking you up from the airport.
Yeah, I got the call that I was got traded, and I thought I'd come up here for a look, and I didn't know. They said they'd meet me at the airport, and Rhyce come along, and I don't know what it was, his Merc or something, one of his 16 cars that he's got. But yeah, it was pretty surprising. He showed me around Sydney and showed me all the good areas, but I ended up living in Botany, so yeah.
But did he play a big part in you, I guess, resurrecting your career?
Oh yeah, definitely. I think one of the stories that I tell everyone, I played against St Kilda, and I think I was tagging Lee Montagnon. I had an okay game, but I was really disappointed. And I remember on the Tuesday, Rhyce came up to me. He probably sensed that I was a bit flat, and he just said to me, "Look, as long as I'm here, you'll never be dropped." And I'd never heard that from anyone. I knew he couldn't keep his word if I was playing terrible, but just to have that confidence in me, and that was the first time that's happened, and I just took it from there, and it really helped my career, and I thank him a lot.
Sure, you've taken a few players under your wing in your time here. Is there someone in your first year that took you under his wing?
Oh, I don't know if it was a good way or not, but I spent a bit of time with Tig off the field. That was probably good to get to know the boys, but yeah, I had a few. Like, there was a few guys. We had sensational leaders at that time. We had Craig Bolton, Brett Kirk, Leo Barry, Barry Hall, Mickey A. Like, I'm walking into a champion club with champion players, so I was pretty lucky in that respect.
Is that why you've also wanted to give a lot back as well? And then you speak to quite a few of the players these days. They all say speak very highly about you off the field.
Yeah, I think it's just part of the way we do things here, and it's not about the individual, it's about the team, and if I can help one bloke be a better player, that's good enough for me, and I know all the other guys who are in leadership positions and mentoring positions do the same, so I don't see me being any different to anyone else.
Any ideas post-career coaching?
Post-career, yeah, I don't know. I'd like to stay in footy if I could. I love footy, and I love being around a footy club, whether that be at the highest level or a step below, I don't know, but I'll worry about that at the end of the year.
Time to reflect on your career as well, and a lot of adversity you've had to overcome to do what you've done.
Yeah, I haven't really reflected too much. I just knew that it was the right time to pull the pin and get it out of the way, and then I can just concentrate on a really good finals campaign.
You mentioned your brother before. They always say you're as good as your last, so to win the last one over him, take family bragging rights, that'd be pretty special.
Yeah, that'd be great. If we could get this one, it'd be really good, not only for me, but for the footy club. Get two in a row, get some confidence going. But we know we're up against it this week. They're a really good team, and got some really good players. So look, if I can get one up against him, it'd be fantastic.